I do as well. So I'm going to start the taping of Der Show.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's why that moved. Weird. I got an update to some software that's being weird.
Uh-oh.
It's not broken, just moving around funny. All right, that's fine. Here we go. It's time to begin it all, everybody. So suck it up and be ready. It starts in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, that's not what the blue water is for.
Polly want prime shipping?
Those are some socks.
This place is greasy. Sorry.
What happened there? You all right?
Yes.
You smell
my
toast?
phone buzzed and I looked over at it.
Oh, well, that'll happen.
Just easily distracted schmuck.
Man, all right. So many Santa problems.
And distraction problems. Major spoilers.
Maybe Trek Nerd and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Deliciously different marijuana. Deliciously different marijuana.
Climbing around old buildings may be fun.
The Morning Stream is battle-tested bayonets, bro.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. It is the Morning Stream for December 17th, 2018. Scott Johnson here. Brian Ibbett there.
Yes, indeed, it is.
Coverville Zone. Brian
just
Ibbett.
a little bit east. Just a little bit east.
Yeah, it's
just
not too far. We can meet right in the middle for sushi in Green River.
Green River. We haven't talked about Green River sushi in a while.
No, we should
That's
go.
still a thing.
We should one day do it. Actually pull that off. Like, actually do it. Just for the
I mean,
hell
what
of
would it be? It would be 4 or 5 hours for each of us to drive, and it'd be hilarious. Like if we could live stream the entire way. I think that would be a thing. A little marathon 8-hour podcast because it'd be 4 hours out, 4 hours back, plus however long it took us to eat.
I don't know if we could do that. We could figure out a way to. I don't know how. I wonder how reliable connections are, like near Moab and all that stuff. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's got to be better than it used to be. It used to be terrible, but there's got to be better like towers and stuff. We should totally do this. One day,
That would be fun.
Mark my words, one day we're doing this. Either in this life or the next, we're doing this. Okay?
No, I think so. And I think it would be, we pick a time in the spring and
Oh, yeah, not summer.
definitely not summer and definitely not winter.
Yeah.
But sometime when it's warmer out.
Yeah, you do. You do
let's see,
spring. Spring's nice because if you get into like late June or June-ish, it starts to be 110. That whole area
Yeah.
there, it's bad.
Yeah.
We don't want to be like Phoenix.
No, God, no.
Screw-
Oh, God, no.
Screw Phoenix.
Plus sushi and,
Yeah,
the heat of summer in the Utah.
in the Utah.
Or I guess in the western Colorado. Or, the western.
What
What
is
would it be? No, I guess it would be the eastern part of Utah, I think.
Is Green River? Oh, I never even thought about this. What state is it in? Is it in my state? I guess it is.
River.
Green
It's
River.
funny because there's a Green River, Utah, and a Green River, Colorado.
Maybe we share it.
They're actually on the same Green River, but they're two different cities.
Okay. So
Green River, Utah actually has a website, greenriverutah.com.
look at that.
Unless somebody set this up for us.
No,
No, they're going to be celebrating Christmas lights contest. First place, $100. Second place, $75. Third place, you're fired.
yeah.
I can't say, I can't do anything like that. Let's see here.
How about fifth place to worst web design ever? How about that? That's pretty bad.
Yeah, well, let's see if they've even. I mean, their agendas, bids, and notices. Nothing more recent than August 2017. So I'd even question whether or not that Christmas light contest is even current.
I wonder about that as well. Oh, yeah, look at that. The mayor's letter, June 29, 2016. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, there's some 2017 stuff down here, but the whole year. Yeah, I think that's last year.
I think so too. What's really weird though,
Good job, guys.
because you keep going down the page, county elected officials. You got Keith Brady, who's the county commissioner, chair, and blah, blah, blah. You keep going down the list. State elected officials, and then you've got the governor and Christine Watkins and David Hinkins. And then they feel like they need to tell you the nationally elected officials. So Donald Trump is your president of the United States. They've updated that.
Oh, great. I'm glad they got that
Orrin
in there.
Hatch is Mike Lee are your senators, and
Yeah.
Jason Chaffetz.
Yeah. Chaffetz is a poop. They're all poops.
Chaffetz.
Especially Hatch, man. Get out of there,
Just a
buddy.
bunch of poops. But no information about sushi. You'd think that.
No, nothing. You
No,
think
I
there'd
love
be?
Oh my God, their slider is hilarious.
There's also.
Our sunsets set the rule and are spectacular.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're into it. There's also an audio button here. Hold on. What is this? Will this play anything? I'm hovering over it. There's a little play button, but it's not doing anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I want it to play. Oh, maybe it's just
Yeah.
for this. You know what it is? Just for that slideshow up top. That's all it is. So for
what
some
it is.
audio. Welcome to Green River, known for our sushi and TMS mentioning us all the time.
That's really their real big claim to fame. Like on their Wikipedia page, Green River Sushi got notoriety from mentions on the morning stream.
Oh, that is a sad state of affairs if that was true. Also, I'm a little sad there's no comptroller on here. There's just commissioners and the commissioning chair, sheriff, governor, the House representative, and all that, but no comptroller. What kind of limited ass freaking local Green River bull crap is this? I say.
I know. I thought everybody's had a comptroller.
We're supposed to have a comptroller, damn it.
Yeah. Who trolls the comps?
I'll tell you what. I need a comptroller in my own house, and it's for this reason.
Uh-oh.
Nicholas Johnson, my son.
Yeah.
Fine boy, you know. He's an okay kid. Did a thing that I'm just so annoyed about. I don't even know how to describe it. So
God.
he'll often take Kim's car when he goes to work. And Kim's car is a Honda Accord, 2013, I guess. Honda Accord, 2014 maybe. I don't remember when we got it, but he'll drive that because we like how that thing performs in the snow, and he's not good at a stick yet, so he drives that. And that's fine. No big deal. Work's not very far. Found out the other day, as the weekend began, that one morning when we had a bunch of new snow and ice, what you would normally do, Brian, is you go outside with a scraper and you'd scrape your windows, right? That's what you'd do.
Yeah, right. Of course.
Turn on the car, let it warm up, you know, all that, because the car's been outside.
If it's legal.
Right. Normally it's in the garage. We don't have to worry about it. But because we had all this wood cutting going on for flooring, the car has been parked outside while we have all these saws and stuff in the garage. And so he goes outside, and instead of scraping the windows like I thought we taught him how to do, he genuinely thought that the windshield wiper fluid in a car was two things. Number one, there to defrost anything that's on your window.
Okay.
And two, he thought that was a never-ending supply. It was something that was just circulating through the car and never had to be refilled. He thought it was
like
just endless.
basically like it's Kevin Costner in Waterworld. Like
yeah.
Like basically once the water gets wiped off the windshield, it goes down into a little collection unit and back into the.
Yes, he thought it was just being recycled through the system, and there would always be a gallon of this stuff available to you. And so when he's got just this sheath of like frozen ice and snow on the front of the thing, he's just holding down that button while it's going onto the window, and the things are going, you know, I'm probably ruining my freaking windshield wipers.
The motor.
Yeah.
No kidding.
And for all I know, the blades. So he's just holding down that button, just cranking on it, and he thought that was the thing. That's literally the job of the thing to do, was to defrost and de-ice your window.
All right, there's stuff in windshield washer fluid that keeps it from freezing.
Right.
But that's not the same thing as something that is going to melt the ice on your windshield.
Yeah. Walking Glitch is right. I need to teach him basic automotive. I need to sit him down and go, all right, look, this is how oil behaves. This is what it does. This is why you change it once in a while. These are what the filters are for. This is what the air filter does. Like, I need to do that with him, because I realized I never did really spend any time on any of that stuff. And the only reason I knew most of it is because my dad did. My dad spent all kinds of time with car stuff with me. He would always, be showing me stuff. When I broke the struts on the MR2, he would try to explain why that did that. And ever since then, I've always thought about, all right, I look at a speed bump differently than I used to.
Sure.
So, but it hit me. I've never really spent car time with Nick at all. So he doesn't
really?
know.
Yeah, like,
he really doesn't
right.
know. I mean, he's 18, and I still think it should have been a logical conclusion that he should have come to. But regardless, he just was like, oh, here's some stuff that'll fix my problem.
Well, I mean, And he's been in the car when you've been out there scraping the window. He's
Yes.
seen you and Kim scrape the windows of the cars when he's
Yeah.
sitting in his kid's seat. Wow, what are they doing out there? He's seen Fargo. He's seen William H. Macy do it, for Pete's sake.
Yeah. So so what I'm thinking is, viciously, by the way, William H. Macy does it, just really cranking on it. But I don't.
Right.
Maybe he never saw us do it in this particular car, and he thought it was a fancier affair because there's some other nicer things in the car that has seat warmers and stuff and things like that. So maybe he thought, oh well, this is a fancy kind of car with a automatic window deal, and either that or he's just feigning ignorance to me. That's entirely possible that all it is he's being lazy in the car going, well, this might work. And pushing
Oh
the
no, I'll
button.
bet. I think it seems like an innocent thing to do for that reason. Like basically you're thinking, oh well, this stuff itself doesn't freeze, so I bet if I spray it I bet it'll melt the snow and the ice on the windshield.
So annoying, dude. It's killing me.
So what happened? So like, did it just like refreeze on top of that and make this kind of impenetrable shell?
Well,
I know
this is how we figured it out. This is how we learned it because he drove right after in it. So
big blue puddle on the ground after he left.
dog's out there licking it. No, what happened is he got to work and came back, and Kim noticed that the window just looked a little like all the edges, everything just kind of bluer than it should be, like kind of just like coagulation of this stuff. And also she had to go somewhere and was driving around and noticed as there was stuff getting kicked up on her car that when she needed the wiper fluid, there was hardly any left. It just went boop, 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 and that was it. There was no more left. So he had used like the entire supply on this one morning.
Oh my god!
I know. Oh my gosh! I feel like I need to. I don't know what I need to do. I just put him in a special thing, some kind of teaching moment here. But I'm bad at this, so I don't know what to do with it.
I feel like J.C. Calhoun is going to blow a gasket if we
right.
don't acknowledge the link he's posted in there 3 times to Prestone De-Icer Winter Windshield Washer Fluid, which, in addition to extreme winter protection, it can go down to below 27 degrees without freezing, and it doesn't leave streaks on your window. Also says that it melts surface ice and frost, but it says light.
Yeah, it doesn't mean 3 inches of snow and a layer of ice underneath it, does it?
Exactly. Yes. No, this is not a thing that you want to like dump on the windshield.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, it's like it's like 2 minutes of scraping and you're done.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's all you need to do.
I feel like this is what's in there, except it's blue. I don't know why this stuff's yellow. It looks like pee, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, this does not fit your car? Weird. How does it know what car I have?
Do you get that too? Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that too. It says this does not fit your 2014 Kia Soul. Like,
it knows about
don't I just pour washer fluid in the washer fluid reservoir and does it not fit?
Yeah, what does that mean, does not fit? Okay, both the cars are listed here, which freaks me out.
Yeah.
2013 Honda Accord, 2012 or 2011
Well,
Ford
it knows
Fiesta.
mine because I've bought something specifically for it before, and it said, "Oh, what kind of car do you have?" Amazon asked what kind of car I have, and I entered in what kind of car I have.
This does not fit your car. See similar products that fit this vehicle. Okay. Your search did not match any products. Okay, well I think...
No, there's no washer fluid that will fit.
Yeah, you know what? Go home, Amazon. You're drunk today. Amazon doesn't know what it's doing.
I also need to point out that Fab Lab points out that Rollins is the halfway point between Wyoming is the halfway point between Denver and Salt Lake City.
Henry Rollins? It's named after him? Is it
Yes,
named after
exactly.
The
It's,
rocker, Henry Rollins?
You go there, and they've got lovely beaches where you can go butthole surfing.
Oh, perfect. So wait,
Yes.
Rollins, Wyoming.
Rollins, Wyoming. Rollins, Wyoming.
I've
No.
never heard of this. Oh, R-A-W. Yeah. I keep saying W.
Lins. No G.
There's
Rollins.
Rollins. Let's see.
Walking Glitch says, "Don't go to Rollins." Really? Like, all of a sudden, there's like a bad place.
What's
Crazy.
wrong with Rollins, Wyoming? It looks okay.
I don't know.
I'm checking it out. There's some historical stuff, and it's an empty place.
Actually, you know what's funny? I think this is where Tina and I stopped for food when we when we drive to Wyoming or Salt Lake for Nerdtacular.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
Well,
I think this is our.
Was it kind of desolate?
It is kind of desolate. Yeah, and we've driven down that main street. As a matter of fact, there are like 8 Pokestops down that main street. Like we'll stop and get food, and then we'll just continue down because it's like a business loop. It connects back to the highway on the other end of the of Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
And but there's not really a map of like. There's like a diner that we go to that's there that isn't too bad, and I think I've even gone there with some tadpoolers when we do the.
It's a rave review. Isn't too bad.
Isn't too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either that or a Subway or a Wendy's. I mean, it's not.
Good point. Hey, the travel lodge.
There's no like, it is Penny's Diner. Yes, and I've gone there. I sat in so Penny's Diner is it's one of those that looks like it's in an Airstream style old diner train car looking thing. I mean, those like that old 60s style of diner that's Art Deco that looks like it's in a silver Airstream trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Penny's Diner is one of those, and I sat on a diner stool right next to Sebastian from the Netherlands.
From the Nederlanders. Hey, I'm looking at it now. Penny's Diner. It looks like a real diner. It's all like tinfoil looking, like made out of metal and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like one of those Airstream trailers.
Oh, that's what those are. Airstream trailers. What are those?
Well,
I don't know what
they
that
just
is.
look like one. Like it's. Oh yeah, you're seeing the inside. Looks exactly.
What's an Airstream trailer? I don't know what that is.
It's one of those. It's one of those trailers that you see pulled behind trucks, traveling on the highway, and it's like silver and Art Deco-y.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what those were called. That's new to me. Oh, there's a Rollins High School. Okay. Yeah, y'all got a town up there. 9,000 something people is all. Small town. Do they have sushi?
So we'll meet at Penny's Diner.
Okay. Where the sushi just rolls out like liquid fire.
Listen, I don't think there's any place along the drive, at least, discounting stuff like St. George and Vale and places like that where we're going to get decent sushi. I think once you cross into that middle no man's land area, I think any sushi you get is going to have a little question mark above it.
Oh, okay.
Sushi?
Chat room says Airstream is a brand. Did not know that. That.
Yeah.
Brian, share with me your continued Oscar watch viewing.
Yes. Saw The Favorite on
no idea what that is.
Saturday night. This is it's a period piece starring Olivia Colman as Queen Anne and Emma Stone as the new young charge, or really like a new peon that starts working at the castle. And Rachel Weisz is the existing counsel to the Queen, and they've kind of got a little thing going on together.
Lesbians.
This movie really should be called Dangerous Lesbians.
Dangerous Lesbians. I love it. Lesbians.
Lesbians.
Yeah, lesbians.
Anyway, it's got Nicholas Hoult in it, who's really good.
Oh, not Pog. What's his name in Fury Road? Oh, jeez.
I don't know. I think of him as.
I only watched
Hank
that movie.
McCoy, the Beast.
Yeah, that's true. He's Beast, but I watched that movie so many times. What's wrong with me? Help me. Knox. It's Knox. Sorry.
Knox, there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, really, really good. And very strange. It is not Quaron. Who's the director? Let's see here. The Favorite.
Says Yorgos Lanthimos.
That's who it is. Very creatively directed and stylized. Like the backing music is really moody and atmospheric, but there are times where you're just listening to a violin go right.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, but this is gonna be very divisive. I think there are gonna be a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I hate The Favorite," and a lot of people who love The Favorite. I'm definitely gonna be on the side of loving it. But as we were walking out of the theater, there are these two older ladies who may have had a problem. I don't know. May have had a problem with the lesbian stuff going on.
Oh, the lesbians. Yeah.
Well, that was bizarre and pointless.
Yeah. They don't like those lesbians.
Yeah.
So hold on a second. The two, remind me again, who are the two lesbians? Is it Olivia Colman and Rachel Weisz's characters, or is Emma?
Weisz, yeah.
Okay. Those two. And Emma Stone plays who? She's not a lesbian.
She's the new. Well, I don't want to say anything from that point, but she's a new servant that kind of makes her way up the ladder to gain the queen's favor.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Something I just noticed here about the poster. It looks like it was literally made in the 70s. Have you seen this poster?
Yeah. And what's crazy is you're seeing the clean version of the poster. You're talking about the one that's got like a beige background and that Olivia Colman and Rachel Weisz standing to the right with a square around them, and
almost like a
Emma
mirror
Stone sitting on the floor with a bunny.
Yeah.
Put the bunny in the box, Emma Stone.
Yeah,
that's the clean version of the poster. There's a version of the poster that looks like it's got black crap splattered all over it.
Oh.
Which is really, I don't know, it really really adds to it.
Black
kind of adds to the whole feel of it.
What,
black crap, like
oil,
like
or
soot or oil or mud. Yeah,
it's the same poster, just with schmear all over it. Okay,
yeah.
Weird.
The one that's outside the theater, and I had to double check to make sure it wasn't that somebody hated the movie so much they splattered oil on the movie poster.
Nice.
But it's under the glass, like it was on the paper.
All right. Hey, that looks all right. I like period pieces.
It's really good, and the comparison to Dangerous Liaisons, for me anyway, is not just in kind of tone. It has got a very like sex and vanity and deception and betrayal and all that stuff in this. So right now I think this is my favorite. I saw the Green Book and loved it. Have not seen Roma yet, although the great news about Roma, it's a Netflix film, so you can watch it on Netflix. You don't have to go to the theater to see that one.
Tom Merritt was raving about that. Said that was real good.
That one's got a lot of early Oscar buzz as well. That's the Alphonse Cuarón.
The Green Book one's got Viggo Mortensen and Mahathira Shnibadaba Ali.
Mahershala Ali.
That guy, yeah, and that's where Viggo, where Aragorn's kind of racist, right? Isn't that the deal there?
That's right, exactly.
All right,
exactly.
I'm gonna check that out. Looks good to me. All right,
yeah, so
what's
anyway,
next? What's on the list next?
This is my current recommendation. Next film we're going to see is Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah.
Yes.
Very excited.
Wanted to see it this last weekend. It just didn't work out time-wise, so we're seeing it Friday night. And then next, we're waiting for Vice to come out, which comes out on Christmas, which has got your Christian Bale playing Cheney.
Oh, Vice, that one. I keep thinking that was called Dick for some reason, and that's a different thing with that's an old movie about Dick Nixon and Richard Nixon. It was called Dick.
Yeah, I think so. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I got the Dick Cheney and the Dick Nixon mixed up, but no, I want to see that too. That him in his fat suit is well, actually, some of it's just him gaining weight, right? It's like
probably it's
it's
Christian Bale. He for The Machinist, he lost 40 pounds or 50 pounds, skinny as a rail.
He looked terrible in that.
Yeah.
I'm all in on that one. I want to see that. And then there's something else coming out this year.
Widows, which I think is already out. Yes.
Widows is the
Steve
other one.
McQueen.
Right. That's out now.
Yeah.
Yep. And
I mean, really, until you kind of got to base a lot of this on the Golden Globe nominations, because the Oscar nominations haven't come out yet, but usually they follow suit.
Yeah. Which is good. That's a poker reference, by the way, or a playing card reference. Following suit.
Follow suit, probably. Yeah, if certainly a playing card, probably more like bridge or hearts. Oh yeah, just follow suit.
See, it says here. Yeah, that's right. As a derisive term for businessmen, it dates back to 1979. It's pretty recent.
Wow.
It means set of playing cards bearing the same symbol. It is first attested, or let's see, 1520s. Is that true? That can't be. Well, anyway, follow suit.
1520s.
It's all from that. Hey, speaking of the 1520s, let's bring somebody in who was born around that era.
Star is Born I've seen too, and that one's good as well.
Oh yeah, you did like that, didn't you?
Black Panther, Black Klansman I need to see.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody is on the list.
Yeah.
I mean, is one I've seen.
I don't think it's Oscar-y, though, is it? Or is it?
It's funny because it's nominated for Best Motion Picture Drama.
Yeah.
You'd think the Bohemian Rhapsody would be Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy. Because
Yeah.
it's quite musical.
Yeah, I would also say that.
More so than Green Book, which is neither comedy nor musical.
No, but it does feature Aragorn, and that's great.
Yes.
I thought he was done. Like, wasn't he retiring or something? He was like, I don't want to make
Might have
movies
been, yeah.
anymore. I don't know what happened
Oh,
there.
Vigo.
Oh, Vigo. You always come back for it, Vigo, don't you?
Vigo.
Oh, Vigo, you can't stay away from the hot Hollywood money, can you, Vigo? All right. Let's get this going. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Babble Royale, a little game show we play with our friend Brian Dunaway. He's on the line right now. Hello.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Oh, hi.
Happy week before Christmas.
Week before Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas weeky.
Are you
Hey,
Christmas week?
I'm in the Christmas spirit. I was thinking about heading to Arby's and trying out their new beer can chicken. What? do you guys think?
That's a thing?
Yeah.
So it's similar to like when you do it on the barbecue where you open up a beer can, then plop a whole chicken on top of it, and then.
I'm hoping so, because the alternative is like beer cans they picked up at the at the bar with cigarette butts in them.
A chicken that's been shoved into a beer can and cooked.
Man, that is weird. All right, I'll try it though. That sounds okay. Who might? Oh gosh, this thing makes a lot of noise now when I pick it up. We have a contestant on the line already. Let's find out who this is. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Hunter Kong from Arlington, Texas.
Yeah, Hunter from Oh, geez, hold on a second. These aren't supposed to keep coming in. All right, there we go. Hunter, you're our man today in our Babble Royale, and Brian Ibbett is going to explain to you the rules, what you could win, and how this works.
That's right, Scott. Hunter, I'm going to be asking or giving Scott and Brian a topic. They're going to go back and forth, providing answers for that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, or they repeat an answer, or they stall too long while trying to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Your job is to predict who is going to come out on top based on the topic. Today, you are playing for a 3-pack of video games. Tiny Echo, Dead Rising 2, and Star Wars Battlefront 2, the classic version from 2005.
Whoa, I'm going old school today.
Totally
Nice.
old school. Dead Rising 2 and Star Wars Battlefront 2, totally.
Sure.
But before they can start, I'm going to give them their topic. They can start thinking about it while I ask you, Hunter, who's going to go, who you want to go first and who you expect to win. This is another one that comes from TMS Mashups. This is the one I was going to use last time, but then you confessed your lack of knowledge of the 12 Days of Christmas, so I swapped it out. I want to know the top 25 grossing Christmas movies based on U.S. box office. So movies that are Christmas movies, and
Right.
I'm going to let you know right now, Die Hard, despite being the best Christmas movie, is not on this list.
Gosh dang it.
Well,
I was going to use that one. Okay,
I
fine.
know, and that's why I wanted to kind of prevent anybody from accidentally using that. These are
accidentally.
well, I don't want to say these are movies that are more Christmassy in traditional sense, but some of them do take place at Christmas, and a lot of them, and some of them are what you would really call a Christmas movie.
And these aren't
Sorry,
just box office returns. This is like lifetime money, like video and all
That's
that.
a good question.
This is box office. This is U.S. box
So
office.
when it got released.
Not video, not
Okay,
right. Exactly.
that makes things way more complicated. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. And it does not appear, I'm looking at these right now, they do not appear to be adjusted for inflation.
Okay.
All right. Now, Hunter, knowing that is the topic, who do you want to go first, and who do you expect to win?
Well, after knowing that Scott was going to pick Die Hard, I'm going to have to go double down on Brian. He goes first, and he's going to win it.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
probably a-
Very good.
probably a good
Double
idea.
down on Brian.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good
Well, I'm gonna
choice.
take the easy pickings.
Okay.
Home Alone. Home Alone killed it.
Home Alone did kill it. Number 1 on the list.
Whoa.
1990, $285 million for Home Alone.
Yeah. Did you guys see the Grumpy Gamer and Macaulay Culkin
No.
do their little thing?
No.
Grumpy Gamer. Angry Gamer.
The Angry Gamer. I don't.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin. Okay, is he okay? Is he doing all right?
Yeah, he's doing
Somebody check on
fine.
Macaulay.
Fine. He's doing his own thing. He's got something called BunnyEars.com. It's a kind of a spoof news website.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say he had his band too. They would do Tom Waits covers, but change the lyrics to be about pizza or something.
Yeah.
BunnyEars.com. Oh yeah, welcome to Macaulay Culkin's Bunny Ears trailer. What is that sound I'm hearing? Do you guys hear that?
Turn down your radio, Scott.
It's not me. I think it's Hunter. Hunter, what are you doing over there? Or is that him or me?
Instructions.
That's fine. All right, so let's get to it.
Scott.
Jingle all the way with the
Jingle all the way. Number 16 on the list. Don't worry,
Wow, I
we're
was
going to
going
the
to
top
say,
25.
stabbing low.
yeah,
Yes.
starting low.
60.59 million.
I'm just
Came out in 1987.
trying to think of some like good, like broad audience stuff first because there's no way a couple of them in my head are gonna do it. But anyway,
Okay.
all right, done away.
All right, another perennial favorite around our house. Ron Howard's "How the Grinch Stole Christmas."
Oh shit!
Wow.
I mean,
Number
shoot.
2 on the
Number
list.
2.
Came out in 2000, made $260 million.
I'm good at this game.
You are. Hunter, I'm thinking you chose wisely, but we'll find out.
I think so too, but don't count me out yet. All right, next up.
Oh, there's plenty of Christmas movies. 25.
25.
Think of all the Hallmark channels movies.
Don't think
Those are big money makers.
Those are definitely big money. Okay, I'm going to go with the Santa Claus with the Tool Man Taylor guy in it.
Sure. Yes, Tim Allen. The Santa Claus came out in 1994. It made $144.8 million and is number 6 on this list.
Oh,
Very good.
look at
All right.
you.
I hate that movie.
Punch
but
back a little bit.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to go with the Polar Express.
Ah.
it's like you're just looking down the line. Number 3 on this list, 2004, $183 million. Brian.
I'm going by the movies that I've watched so far this Christmas.
I know you apparently like the movies.
I
That
like the blockbusters. Apparently, I didn't know that about myself.
I'm going to go with Elf.
That's
Very good choice. Number 5 on the list, 2003, $173 million.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Very good. Well, I watched this last night, and it had to do. I don't think the first one left anybody wanting much more, but Home Alone 2 has to be at least in the top 25. I mean, come on.
Number 4, Brian.
What?
All right.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, 1992, with a cameo by Donald himself.
Donald Trump. Yep.
Yeah.
$173.5 billion.
Yeah.
Or million. I'm sorry, million dollars. Let's be clear.
Okay. Gosh dang it! I was going to use that one. I mean, it's in the name, so this has to be it. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh.
Number
yeah.
11 on the list.
That was-
Absolutely.
We haven't watched that one yet. Number 11.
Both a Christmas movie and a Halloween movie, if you ask me. 1993, $75 million.
Yeah,
Right.
watch it twice a year. That's what we do.
That's right.
All right. Well, this is one of my favorites. I think it did fairly well at the box office. Scrooged.
Ah!
Scrooge.
Bill
Scott's
Murray.
favorite Christmas movie of all time.
Nope. That movie does not hold up. I challenge all of you out there listening to go watch it and tell me if you think that thing holds up. It does not.
It's rough.
It's
rough.
rough. It's very rough.
Scrooge, number 17 on the list, 1988, $60.3 million.
Oh my gosh, why is that? Oh, the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol. Yeah. Watched that last night, too. And they took the stupid song out.
Yeah, because
All
they
right,
had to.
I'm going to double check something.
That's got to be in there.
I want to confirm. Hold on a second.
I'm gonna put my foot up someone's butthole if I don't get.
Come
this
on.
one.
Brian Henson directed this. It was like a couple of years after
it
the
is-
first project that Brian Henson did after his father passed away.
Outside of Die Hard, it is my favorite Christmas movie.
It is. It is.
I
Do you
love
like Do you like this song?
I like all of it.
The one they cut out though.
Oh, I don't know which one it is. What they cut out?
There's a skating scene and Scrooge's girl.
Yeah.
She's singing and saying, "The love is gone."
Oh,
And,
why do they have to
just
cut
totally
that
took
out?
that one out.
They had some kind of
Right.
weird licensing thing happen or something?
No, not at all. They just wanted to cut it for time.
Yeah.
And there's mixed feelings about that. Some people are like, I can't believe you cut it out. And other people are like, it was stupid.
Free Rangers, yes, it was in theaters. Of course it freaking
It was in theaters, and it made $27 million, which is
Nice.
below number 25 on the list.
Gosh dang it!
The lowest one on the list here is $37 million for the 2006 Nativity Story. I had to double check because there is a Christmas Carol on the list, and I wanted to make sure that the Muppet Christmas
Is that the
Carol
one
was
with
not.
Jim Carrey?
That's the one from 2009 with.
Yeah, that would be. I think
Is that Jim Carrey?
That was Jim
Yeah,
Carrey.
Jim Carrey and
Yeah.
Jenny McCarthy. Correct. Yes.
That is not a thing I know about.
Going down the list, the other ones you could have named: the Santa Claus 2, A Christmas
Mm-hmm.
Carol, Four Christmases; the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Claus; Christmas with the Cranks; Fred Claus from 2007; National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Is
Wait,
Bad
goodness.
Santa on there?
That's on there.
Bad Santa was like,
Oh,
yeah.
Bad Santa's number 18.
Dang
Best Man
it.
Holiday. Tyler Perry's A Medea Christmas.
Oh, I didn't think about those. I
This
didn't see those at
Christmas,
all.
The Preacher's Wife, Arthur Christmas, The Night Before, and Krampus.
Krampus.
Oh, Krampus, really?
Krampus is on there?
Yes.
What? How
Love it.
is the Christmas Carol Muppet deal not? Oh, that really bums
Just
my
did not
cheese.
make enough money. Just just came up short. It came up $10 million short of being in the top 25.
Not easy being green.
Fall Ruck in the chat says Passion of the Christ should be on there. No, that's an Easter movie.
And
And not a great one, by the way, if you're looking for a good time. All right, well, that means that's
The good
played
news
out.
is-
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You're a winner.
He wins. Well done, Hunter. We got to send your stuff to you. Here's what you have to do, though. You got to email Brian, coverville@gmail.com. That's coverville@gmail.com. And he will hook you up with all this code goodness. And we congratulate you on picking the right guy today. Nice job.
Well done. Brian, did you have, what was going to be your next one that you would have said if Muppets Christmas Carol was?
I was kind of debating on Christmas Vacation.
Okay, good.
And I was a little bit concerned because I was trying to remember that Santa Claus 2 did well. I thought it did pretty good, but I didn't think 3 did as well. So that was, I was kind of going to work my way towards those.
Yeah. I'm surprised that 3's on there at all. 3's a terrible movie.
Right. But I got to say, I might have accidentally would have said Christmas Carol, Muppets Christmas Carol, because that's one of my favorites as well.
It's so good. And also, what happened to Jack? Remember Jack Frost? Wasn't that a horror movie? What was the deal with that?
There was there was a horror movie, and then there was the one with Michael Keaton,
Which is also a horror movie.
which is also horrible. It's a horrible.
Yeah, he dies in it. Yeah. His son wishes him back. Oh, it's the worst.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Here's the tagline. Jack Frost, the world's coolest dad, and he's going to
No.
prove it.
It's not.
That makes me want to die. Because he becomes a snowman. That's terrible.
But then there was also there was a horror one, and it's funny because you look at the movie poster for Jack Frost with Michael Keaton, and it looks like it's an evil snowman just because they don't know how to make the eyebrows not look like
Keaton-esque.
like a monster.
Yeah,
Right.
Keaton-esque thing.
Actually, they do. They look very Michael. They did a good job of making
They
the
had
snowman
to.
look like Michael Keaton. Yes.
Here it is,
But when you
1997.
cross a snowman with Keaton, that's what you get.
The Jack
Horror.
Frost I'm
Nightmares.
thinking of is this one with the skeleton head face and
Yes.
the giant tongue.
1997.
Yeah, that looks. He's chilling and killing. It says.
we need to watch that for Film Sec in 2019. We're done with Christmas for 2017 or 2018, but
Yeah, we've had our way with Christmas and we're done with it. All right, well done, Dunaway. You've done it again. You've made somebody very happy today, and that's what matters most today, or I should say later today, at 3:30 Mountain Time. Brian Dunaway will join me for an episode of the Boop Show. We're going to talk about the video games. This will be our second to last. No, wait. Is this our last
No,
one?
we're not doing one on Christmas Eve, so I would
No.
say this is probably our last one.
I think it's our last one. We may be. We'll see about
Before
New Year's
Christmas.
Eve. We'll see.
Before
About,
Christmas.
yeah.
yeah.
Are we doing a show? I think we're doing a show on Boxing Day, but that's after Christmas.
Yeah, yeah. So the Boop Show, I don't know when this will be on again. But today is the
So
day.
you better tune in.
You better tune in. We'll talk about some of our favorite games of the year. We don't have anything crazy planned, but also some stuff we played over the weekend and the week. Brian Dunaway, have a fantastic day. We'll see you later. Bye now.
Bye, Brian.
Bye, Brian. Okay, it's time for this right here.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
It's the news brung to you by
Brung to you by The Never-Ending Man, which is the story of Hayao Miyazaki, or something like that. Anyway, airing one more night tomorrow night. Go see if it's in a theater near you, because it's really, really good.
Think that'll be up for documentary?
I think it
Oscar?
might. Yeah, that's it's very, very interesting, but it's not a well produced, a heavily produced movie, even for a documentary. Documentaries are usually light anyway, but there's very little background music throughout the whole thing, and even some stuff is I don't know, kind of abruptly chopped up and edited. But
well, subject matter is of interest to me.
Yes,
it's a
and
yes
it's
from
playing
me.
in Provo, apparently. Somebody mentioned.
Yes, I heard that the other day, didn't they? Somebody said,
I think, in chat.
Yeah. I don't like Provo, but I'll go for that.
There you go.
Provo's fine. I'm just kidding. It's a fine town. It's just very. I'll get in trouble. I won't talk about it. All right. Hey, check it out. We're going to do a couple news stories here.
All right.
A parrot used Alexa. Sorry. Cancel. To order watermelon, light bulbs, and other stuff while the owner was out. This is why you don't want to have a parrot. A peckish parrot has been caught ordering strawberries, a watermelon, and even a water bottle, or boiler rather, through his foster owner's electronic personal assistant, his Amazon Echo. Rocco is an African gray. Didn't they mention the African gray in that Monty Python parrot sketch? Am I remembering that wrong?
I thought they said a Norwegian blue.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm doing, and I'm just the color.
Yeah,
it's making me think of that.
Geographical location followed by a color.
Yeah, I think that's
somebody
what
will be
I'm
able
doing.
to clear that up. What am I? The thing that's coming to mind is a Norwegian blue, but
yeah, it's the lovely plumage. Yeah, that whole thing.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Anyway, his name is Rocco. Requested the items through the device while his minder was out of the home. Luckily, due to a parental lock, none of the attempted purchases actually went through. So not much of a news story. Anyway. It says here, Rocco, who lives with Marian Wisniewski in Berkshire.
Not a very British name.
She lives in the UK there. Attempted to order everything from kites and light bulbs through the Echo since moving to her home. She also gets the device to tell him jokes and play his favorite tunes. I've come home before, and he has romantic music playing. He loves to dance and has the sweetest personality, says Wisniewski. She agreed to take Rocco under her wing. Oh, geez. Did they really? Did they just say
under her wing?
Did they really do that?
You know what? That's if that's the only one we get.
Oh, there's one more. You want to hear this one?
Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Why is my phone ringing? Matthew's Dental. I'm doing that tomorrow. All right. I have a dental appointment.
Yeah, they're just confirming your appointment for tomorrow.
They know I have a show, don't they?
Yeah, I'm sure they really keep track of that. Oh, don't call Scott during 9 to 11 because he's got a show.
He's doing the morning stream, not the one with Aaron and Todd, but the other one. Anyway, she says it's not the only parrot to get in trouble with a foul-mouthed tirade. Get it?
Foul.
See?
Okay.
See,
yes.
They did it again.
Yes.
Jessie, a turquoise and yellow macaw, recently blasted firefighters attempting to rescue her from a roof with a stream of abusive words like F off. Jessie told the crew in London as they tried to cloak her down. F off!
That's
F
awesome.
off! F off!
We're trying to help you. F off!
But please, you're going to die up there. F off! F off! Jessie's owner told the firefighters to bond with the belligerent bird by telling her, I love you. The London Fire Brigade reported on Twitter, but she was clearly unimpressed by the attempt of affection. So basically that's two articles in one. I don't know why they did that.
That's awesome.
How'd you like to be caught in a restaurant's grease vent for 2 days? How's that sound?
I wouldn't even want to be caught in a restaurant's grease vent for 2 minutes.
I wouldn't either. In fact, I'm not even sure I want to be in the restaurant that has this grease pit vent. Well, no one can say with any certainty why the 29-year-old decided to climb into the roof of a Chinese restaurant, strip off his bulky jacket, and slide down the greasy vent wearing only a thin T-shirt. Oh, man.
Hold my beer.
Bury the lead on this guy.
Yeah, Right, exactly.
Sergeant Ray Kelly. It's a great name for a sergeant, isn't it? It's Ray Kelly.
Ray Kelly. Sergeant Kelly.
Yeah, that's totally stereotypic. Anyway, public information officer for the Alameda County Sheriff's Office told NPR that the man has been, quote, less than truthful about his true intentions, unquote. But the objective seems straightforward enough. He's a pretty slender guy, and based on the viscosity of the walls, coupled with the fact that he took off his clothes, he probably thought he was going to slide right down that chute. Seemed like a simple plan until he got stuck. Turned out it wasn't a straight drop from the roof to the floor. After making it about 5 feet down the chute, the 9-inch man hit a turn in the vent, forcing him to into a semi-crouched position with his arms reaching up, immobilized over his head, and he was there for 2 days!
Oh, my God. Oh, I can't even imagine, like, stuck in that position. Like, I'm looking at the photos right now, and he's basically...
It's awful.
You just see his arms up like that, and he's probably crouching. Jeez.
Yeah, look at that. That's horrific. I can't think of much worse right now.
2 days.
2 days in that Chinese food grease, like just who knows what kind of freaking beef, hot beef, grease, sticky beef you got going on in there.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no way. Thank you. No.
I love how Igor Campos, the owner of the restaurant, says he found him. He says, I keep hearing this, and I'm like, who can it be? Who can it be? I love it.
Pardon me, yes, pardon me.
Excuse me, pardon me, I've seemed to have gotten stuck in your grease pit unit. Anyway, they got him out, got him rehydrated, cleaned him up, and it will probably take a while for him to stop smelling like a Chinese restaurant grease vent. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess grease. He'd be smelling like the sweet and sour shrimp.
Ugh. Ugh. Can you imagine all the gross things in that? Like, how foul is that vent?
Not fun.
I don't know how he got in there or why he did it. Well, he's probably trying to rob the place. They had all kinds of money, probably.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, that's what they suspected. They said that they thought his intentions were less than truthful.
Yeah, and he won't say.
He was just saying, I thought I could do it. And I think that he was really going to be like, I think I can do it and get in there and get stuff. But what was his escape plan? Do you think that he could just go shloop and slide right out the top?
And to do it naked, how much worse could the story be? Like,
right. I know you got no pockets to shove all the money from the register in.
Greasy, man.
You're going to need your hands free.
Greasy. Probably has great skin now, though.
Probably thought he was going to get out the front door.
Probably has really good skin now.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be supple and
his
soft.
His pores, though, they're going to be all clogged.
Oh, bah! Oh, that's so foul.
Yeah.
Anyway, poor guy. Here's another weird one. A man got a lung infection, which is no good. Nobody wants that.
No.
But he got it from sniffing his own socks. Yeah, his own smelly ass socks. It says an unnamed man from China.
Everybody likes their own smell.
You sounded like Billy Connolly for a second.
I was trying to sound like Mike Myers from whichever, probably Goldmember or The Spy Who Shagged Me, one of the ones where it was the fat Scottish guy that he was playing. The bagpipe kilt dude.
What was he called?
Is some
get into my belly. It was like
wasn't the Odd Job equivalent, was it?
No,
no, because that was
Did someone know this in the chat?
Honestly, who throws a hat?
Fat bastard. Right. Yeah. Fat bastard.
Wasn't there some bastard character that Mike Myers played named Fat something?
Fat something. Nailed it. Anyway, this guy's huffing his socks. He's a China dude. He's a China man. Doesn't sound right. Sounds racist.
No,
he's from China.
It's a term that people don't use anymore, Scott.
No, he's a man from China is what I meant. Was rushed to the hospital recently after he developed a severe fungal infection in his lungs from sniffing his own socks. According to several reports, the unnamed man from Shangzhou in the southern China's Fujian province, I think I've been there. I'm pretty sure I went through there. Would regularly take off his socks after work and sniff them for several minutes. This is a bad habit of any ilk.
This is like one of those like TLC had those shows about my weird food addiction and my weird obsession and things like that.
Yeah.
For several minutes sniffing your socks.
That's what this seems like, yeah.
That's more than just saying, do I need to do laundry today? Oh, I do.
Yeah. That's still on. There were like people who were like, I like to come home from school and eat a whole section of sheetrock before dinner. Like,
yeah.
weird stuff like that.
I don't know if that show is still on. The only reason I knew it existed is because Joel McHale would play clips of it on The Soup.
Oh, right, yeah. Back in the day.
That's right.
Well, it says here, his bizarre habit ultimately resulted in him catching an infection that had developed from a fungus in his footwear. It spread to his lungs after he began sniffing the socks. After getting admitted to the hospital, an x-ray confirmed the lung infection, and doctors advised the man to begin treatment immediately. The doctors confirmed the infection was caused by the frequent sniffing of dirty socks. Let this be a lesson to you, kids. Don't huff your socks. And there's
Not for several minutes.
No.
Again, if you just need a little bit of a wake-up call, a quick sniff is like, oh, okay,
Yep.
laundry day.
Yep, you're not going to get a fungus from that. But for several minutes, just sitting there, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Not shout it out.
Why would that be a thing anybody would ever do?
Because people have weird obsessions, Scott. It's just one of those things.
It's just hitting me how gross it is.
It's the several minutes that's like, oh.
Just disgusting.
Yeah.
Then there was a big Santa fight. We should probably mention it. A cop punched in the face and other infractions at a Hoboken SantaCon. Sounds like a disease or something. SantaCon.
SantaCon. You get SantaCon from sniffing your socks for long periods of time.
It's really weird. But 14 have been arrested. 14 people are arrested at a Hoboken SantaCon on Saturday, including one man who punched a police officer right in the face. It's so funny that they put right in the face. We assume
in the face.
We assume it was the face, but anyway.
Yeah.
According to the police chief on Twitter, Chief Ken Ferranti was tweeting real-time updates of the police response in SantaCon and a bar brawl, which participants dressed as Santa were all there. They got drunk. Of course, there's alcohol freaking involved. 2 officers were hurt in the fight. There's actually video of this floating around. I saw that before I saw the article.
It's these SantaCons are nuts. Chuck Palahniuk, guy who wrote Fight Club, for another short, or not really short story book, but like a nonfiction book that he wrote, where he went and did several different things and just to experience some things. Like, I don't know if they were his bucket list or whatever, but one of the things he did was he went to Portland for the SantaCon there, and did the whole thing dressing up as a Santa. But everyone was basically, they're just getting drunk. They were filling squirt bottles with vodka and just squirting themselves in the mouth and squirting each other, and was just a mob, big Santa mob.
Yeah, I don't know what happens at these things. You'd think it'd be a big happy Santa thing, but look at this other stuff. There were total 14 people been arrested during the event. 46 tickets were issued. The other people arrested faced charges including disorderly conduct, possession of marijuana, and driving while intoxicated. Police also issued summonses for public urination. One man was charged with resisting arrest after leading police on a foot pursuit. About 100 officers would be mobilized for the SantaCon. Takes 100 cops to keep those Santas in line, man.
Yeah.
What a load.
That said, it would be awesome to see. Like, you just would love to watch all these Santas running down the street, hooting and hollering, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I just need to be behind a guarded window or something. I don't want to be anywhere near these guys.
If you go to SantaCon.info, there's a list of the SantaCon worldwide event calendar. And looks like they're all pretty much taking place this weekend. Jacksonville, Maryland, California, Florida, Idaho. I mean, it's everywhere. The closest one looks like Las Vegas would be the closest one. That's Saturday, December 22nd.
Oh, imagine
Vegas.
Vegas.
There's none in Colorado, none in Utah. Yeah, that's a downtown. That's not Strip.
Nope.
That's downtown.
Yeah, that's
SantaCon in
well
Vegas.
off Strip somewhere.
Oh, yeah, and if you look at the photo, it's, geez Louise, it is, there's everything there but a topless nun handing out cards.
Yeah, you know what this is? This is basically, I mean, this is, it's just a reason to, it's nothing to do with Santa.
Exactly,
yes.
Also,
somebody really got their bevel and emboss on for the logo up there.
For the logo?
Yeah.
I'm going to use bevel and stroke and drop shadow and...
Yeah, and I'm going to really make it high contrast.
How come gradient over? Why did you do gradient overlay, for Pete's sake?
Yeah, what are you guys doing? Why don't you get some kind of sweet texture on there? All right, this is all well and good. We're going to take a break. When we come back, major spoilers will be here. Steven.
I'm gonna copy and put a link in here for you, by the way.
All right.
If you go to if you follow the link from SantaCon Las Vegas to the Facebook page, it takes you to another page which is on Facebook called Winter Santa Rampage. Same event, but it's not called SantaCon in Vegas. And the photo at the top of the page is worth seeing. I'm going to I put it in Discord, but also put it in the chat room.
All right.
And it's a couple of people carting off a guy with a big white beard who's got like a red fedora.
Yeah.
Not really sure if he's even attached to the Santa event. He just looks like...
Well, I assume that's his bag, right? That's his bag the other cop's carrying?
That looks like his bag, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
That also doesn't look like Las Vegas. That looks like, based on the buildings, looks like Florida.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Whoa, some of these SantaCons, people get real weird.
Oh, yeah, is there more on that page that I haven't...
No, there's another... I just did a quick search on Google Images. I'm not sure I'd recommend people do that, because you get some business in there.
Stay home, Santas. You're drunk.
You are all very drunk. All right, well, let's take that break. Do you have a song for that break?
I do. Listen to this song while you play Santa in your own house. This one was a request that came in from a listener, whom I'm finding here. Here we go. AJ Reimer said, I was taking my daughter to the library for Maker Fair, and I heard some pretty good live music. Turns out one of my coworkers is in a band. He shared some solo stuff with us later, and I think it's a bit different and may work well as Indie in the Middle. He'd be thrilled to have it played. The song is called Testament. The performer is Alex LaFortune. You can find him on Bandcamp at alexlafortune.bandcamp.com. LAFORTUNE. Kind of prog rocky, almost pop ballady in spots. Some of his stuff, I swear, has a Rush influence, but he told me he doesn't listen to Rush. You be the judge. See if you hear any Rush in this. This is the song Testament by Alex LaFortune.
All right, now this.
For just 1 second, your conscience pricks as you see the needle inserted and the death-dealing liquid slipping in and mixing with Michael's blood. For a moment, you want to say no.
Jumping from high places isn't smart.
The morning stream. Sweep the leg.
All right, we're back, everybody. Excuse me. Welcome back to the program. Hey, someone in the chat earlier asked what the status of my back is. It's a little better. It's not 100%. I'd put it at let's do Brian's percentage here. Let's say...
yeah, it's my favorite way to describe pain.
I'd say 65%, 70 maybe. I'm getting there. It's not too bad. You know what helps a lot is just walking a lot. Just walking makes my back feel better.
Yeah.
Really? And your tendency is to want to lay down or sit.
Exactly, yeah.
But it actually helps me to just keep moving. So I've been moving a lot. Got on a treadmill this morning. And it's, I'm still a little sore, still a little whatever. But yeah, it freaking sucks. I don't wish back crap on anybody because it's
that's a rough business.
Freaking hate it. All right.
Paco 349 is I know we've been talking to him in the chat room, but it's your nephew, and he keeps talking about Kim is my aunt.
Yeah, he keeps saying, Scott, it's Oscar. Say hi to me in the chat. So I did that earlier. Oscar's a very excited kid. He's 12 years old. I don't know why he isn't in school. Oscar, why aren't you in school? You should be in school.
Oh yeah, I was going to say Christmas vacation probably doesn't start till Friday, right?
No, they're not. They're still in. Did you fake sick or something? Am I going to have to talk to your mom today?
Yeah, right. I told my mom my back hurts. I
heated up the thermometer on a lamp and then put it back in my butthole. Anyway.
Oh, jeez.
Don't tell your mom I said that. All right. Hey, what do you got here?
Steve Armageddon.
Oh, it's Steven Schleicher all the way from Hayes, Kansas, joining us now. Hi, Steven.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Brian.
It's nice to see you.
morning.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
How are things in your world as you prepare for the great Christmas holiday?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The world is bright and wonderful. After I spent Saturday night watching Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse, Hollywood can stop making comic book movies because none will ever top Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse.
That's what I keep hearing. I am so excited to see this thing because who knew that was going to happen? You know, like
anybody who watched the very first trailer that they dropped on us years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, let's look at Marvel's track record with animated stuff. Not nearly as good as the DC animated stuff, in my opinion, in history.
well,
right?
most of that stuff's direct to video, though, right? Like not really
right.
a theater
And even
thing.
a lot of the DC stuff is direct to video, but it's
Yeah.
I mean, Batman the animated series, great animated superhero
30
stuff.
years ago.
Yeah, you compare it to like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, or I mean, even the Spider-Man cartoon in the '90s had its moments, but was still like, all right, yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of take it or leave it. But like as far as like cinematic stuff, what's the only other example we have? Big Hero 6, probably. It's the only other one that we've got that's like a theatrical thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is, from all accounts, just like this huge achievement. And I can't wait to freaking see it. And I'm sad Stan Lee. I wonder if Stan Lee got an advanced screening before he rolled over.
I don't know, but I will say that there are so many moments where you'll be crying in the theater for this.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
I hear there's lots of cheering, though, too. Lots of woo and freaking out like that.
I guess it depends on your audience. My audience, the most exciting thing was some doofus in my row had one of those giant plastic tubs of popcorn, and then he had some kind of spasm in his leg or something, because right in a quiet moment, suddenly, baboosh, and this popcorn goes flying like 3 seats in every direction.
Oh, that's great.
And nobody knew what happened, and just kept watching the movie. The movie
Should have filmed it.
No, I'm too busy watching Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You're watching Spider-Man. Yeah,
This is a movie that is so good
Yeah.
that the entire family really considered just getting right back in line for the showing that happened right after the one that we were watching.
Really?
Wow.
The only thing was the kids were hungry for something not movie theater food related.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, we're going
And
tomorrow
I'm
night.
guessing
So
stuff after the credits. I know this.
Yes,
isn't
there's
a-
definitely stuff after the credits, and if you are fans of Spider-Mans, there's references to the Sony live-action Spider-Man movies, but we won't talk about that. You'll know what I mean when I get there. There's references to all sorts of the multiple Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse, and here's one of the nicest things. Not only is the animation just mind-blowingly awesome, but we know that, if you don't know, there's multiple Spider-Man in this movie. We've got Miles Morales, we've got Gwen Stacy, we've got Peter Parker, we've got Spider-Ham, and we have Penny Parker in this as well, and Spider-Man Noir. Man, the person who does the voice of Spider-Man Noir, not gonna let you know who it is, but
I already know who it is. and,
well, then you know that this person has gotten to play 2 of the greatest superheroes of all time in the same year.
Oh,
right, exactly, and it's somebody who's wanted to play one of those for a long time.
Yeah. But every time that they do an origin story for each of the Spider-Men in the movie, and each time they show a comic book cover of these Spider-Mans, and each one, the nicest thing is they're putting the actual credits of the people who created those characters on the cover of those comic books.
Oh, very cool. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because all the Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Man Noir, all created, all had different creators, weren't Ditko and Stan Lee, of course. I mean,
right.
The tree trunk is Ditko and Lee, but
Gwen Stacy played by Haley Steinfeld, who's in that new Bumblebee movie and was incredible in True Grit. Everyone forgets that was kind of her big breakout. Fantastic in True Grit. Oh my gosh, she was good in that. All right, I can't wait, dude. We're going. Well, I can wait, obviously, because we're going tomorrow.
No, you can't wait. You need to go tonight. You need
I
to
want
tell
to,
Tim.
but I can't.
Forget it. We're going to the afternoon movie right now.
It just can't be me. I'd be alone because everybody's got stuff all day today and tonight. It would be like me going by myself. I can't do it. I can't do it. We're going tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow. Damn it.
You're gonna regret it.
All right. Well,
you're gonna sit there and go, "Why did I not see this 2 days ago?"
Yeah, you're probably right. And so the chat room already knows who plays
Okay.
Noir Spider-Man or whatever his name is. All right, so Steven, that's fantastic and all. However, today you have a list of your favorite comics of 2018, which I'm really glad you have because somewhere here, my iPad is just ready for me to download these hot titles that you're going to now recommend for us.
Okay,
so
now there's a couple of series that I'm going to recommend, and there's some individual issues that I'm going to recommend.
Okay.
I'm going to start with an issue that came out last week. It's a great thing that they've been doing the last couple of years over at Dark Horse Comics, and that's the Hellboy Holiday Special 2018.
Okay.
If you love Hellboy, if you love the deep, deep world of Hellboy, you're going to love this holiday special. There's 3 or 4 stories in this one that cover the 1950s time period for Hellboy and the BPRD and some other people. And just some great mythology building. There are some great one-liners. The art, of course, is fantastic. Hellboy Holiday Special 2018 was definitely a favorite of mine this year. 2 weeks ago, Action Comics number 1005 dropped. And that is by Brian Michael Bendis, is the writer on that series, and he has been since issue 1000. Those of you that may remember, Brian Michael Bendis created Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And Action Comics number 1005, it is right in the middle of a story arc, but it feels like it could be a first issue. It's got appearances by The Question, and it's got a mysterious villain, and it's got so much going on. It is so well written. The art is fantastic. Everyone should go get Action Comics 1005 from DC Comics. It's very easy to get into. You don't really need to know who anyone else is besides Clark Kent and Superman, who you never see in the same room together at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But that is something that you might want to check out.
Yeah, well, I've always wondered if those two might be the same person.
They might be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to make anybody go down some conspiracy rabbit hole, but every time I see Clark Kent, Superman is not on page or screen or anything.
Come on.
I don't want to put Tom Merritt on
Clark
the spot
Kent
if
has
he's listening.
glasses, though.
Oh,
come on.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
They can't be the same person.
It seems. I just feel like if I took those off, I might see what looks like Superman in there.
I don't want to put Tom Merritt on the spot, but perhaps he has some technology background that would give us some insight if these face recognition algorithms would be able to detect Superman and Clark Kent as the same person or a different person.
Clark Kent's iPhone just by looking at it.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a great question. All right, well, Wednesday
right.
For the tech segment, we're going to ask him. Okay, keep going.
All right, so here are some series that you guys should definitely check out. If you like the Twilight Zone with a horrific horror element to it, might I suggest Ice Cream Man from Image Comics. This is creepy. It is bizarre. There are a bunch of series of one-shots, but there's a bigger story to it. The art is not to my liking, but it is super intense and super kind of scary, and it has a very Twilight Zone vibe to it that I think people would dig.
Interesting. So is he a creepy serial killer dude or no?
Not necessarily a serial killer, but he is kind of careful what you wish for kind of guy.
And the art is very I find it very discordant.
Yes.
Which
is perfect for this series.
Yeah, it's a combination of excuse me, it's like 1950s kind of style, but everybody's got just a slightly weird look on their face. Like it's just something's going on there. All right, I had not heard of this before. It sounds like this is up my alley. I'm going to get it. All right.
Now, if you are a fan of Sandman, Neil Gaiman's Sandman, there are now continuing stories that take place in the Sandman universe that have been curated by Neil Gaiman himself. One of the series is called The Dreaming. Something is going on in the Dreaming with the Sandman's absence. It's written by Simon Spurrier, but you want to get this book, this series, for the art by Bilquist Evely. She is an artist out of Brazil. And oh my God, the stuff that she does is so detailed and so fantastic. You will just want to look at every single panel she draws for hours because it is so good.
It reminds me of Jay Lee's work a little bit.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah, that's
wow.
super cool. Okay, The Dreaming number 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is available via DC Vertigo.
Yeah, this is a Vertigo series. It is a series. It's been out for a couple of months. I think they're on issue 4 or 5 right now.
Yeah. Oh, look at this art. My gosh, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Brian, I know you are an X-Men fan.
I am.
But, the X-Men's continuity is so convoluted. If only there was a way to condense the X-Men universe into something that's easy to understand. And for those of you that scream that, might I point you to Ed Piskor's X-Men Grand Design. Now, there are 2 versions of this. The first volume came out, I want to say, in December of last year, and it covered the X-Men continuity from issues 1 through 77. And in a sense, what he's doing is he's taking these big, long arcs and convoluted continuity, and he makes it make sense. And he shortens these stories. Like you may have, a big arc like the Dark Phoenix saga. It may only cover one page in the comic. And it tells you everything you need to know, and it makes perfect sense.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. But it's not just like, and then this happened, and then this happened. It's really telling the story in a very straightforward way. And he got this job as a bet. He's, of course, the person behind the hip hop family tree, the history of hip hop. And he told the Marvel Comics, he said, I could condense X-Men into, I forget how many individual books. I can take their entire history and condense it and make it make sense. And Marvel said, okay, prove it. And he did. And this is fantastic stuff.
All right.
Really?
By the way,
looking at this on, so there's X-Men Grand Design and then X-Men Grand Design Second Genesis.
Yeah, so Second Genesis. So if you remember in the X-Men, of course you do, Brian, but maybe our listeners do not. X-Men ran from like issue 1 through issue 77 or something like that. And then for many years, they just went into reprints. And then when they had the giant X-Men #1 that came out, that's when the second series of the X-Men began. And that's where this Second Genesis picks up.
Okay.
All right, there you go. A little mainstream Marvel recommendation. I like that.
And these are your typical like graphic novel size, thickness, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, good.
All right, there it is.
Oh, I think I'm getting both of them. I'm just gonna order.
Yeah, you want to get both of them. They're really good.
Yeah.
Quick.
I'm gonna put on my Christmas list.
Quick note, Steven.
Yes.
My mouse is freaking out. I don't know why. There we go. That cover of that Dreaming #1 is Jay Lee, which is why it threw me off. He did cover art on that one. Anyway, continue your list, please. What else?
So now we get into some ones that might be more specific for people, depending on their tastes. First one, if you're a Power Rangers fan, or if you're a Gokaiger fan, and you're a big fan of the fact that there are a million different teams of them spanning throughout time and space, then you might want to check out from Boom Studios Mighty Morphin Power Rangers The Shattered Grid, which is essentially their own Crisis on Infinite Earths, where all of the Power Rangers are crossing time and space, and it narrows it down into a very interesting team going forward. And the cool thing about this Shattered Grid series is it's in continuity. So if you're someone that loves watching the Power Rangers, this story is in continuity with what is going on in the rest of the Power Rangers universe.
Is the Pink Ranger involved in any way?
There are a lot of Pink Rangers involved. Maybe multiple versions of the same Ranger at different times in her life.
All right. I used to have a crush on the Pink Ranger.
Oh, yeah. She's now on a... what is the TV show she's on? It's a police drama show.
Yeah, she's really good on it, too. It's called...
Is it not Blue? Is that it?
Chicago Blue?
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't remember.
Chicago Blue. Right.
Yeah, Amy Jo Johnson. Who did not have a crush on her.
Yeah, she's awesome. And she's really good in that, although I've only seen a little bit of it. And the show itself isn't that great, but she's good in it. It's procedural, freaking CSI style old people show.
Yep.
Well, anyway, this looks good. People into these as comic form, like the Power Rangers is a successful
deal? No, this
deal?
does really, really well.
Okay, that's interesting to me. I don't know why I would have assumed otherwise, but I kind of did in my head. I don't know. I've got this stereotype that Power Rangers is existentially stupid, and it's always going to be kind of dumb, and it doesn't matter what you do to it; it's dumb. So you can have fun on a dumb level, but obviously, it's better.
I never watched Power Rangers growing up, except for the times that I'd walk into our television control room and it'd be playing on one of the sets, and I'd be like, "Oh, who's that beautiful Pink Ranger there?" But I jumped into the middle of this and read a couple issues of it, and it made complete sense, and it got me excited about the storyline. So I think even people who may be casual Power Rangers fans would enjoy this series.
I'd just like to make one quick comment as we go to our next one, and that is that Zoe Kravitz, daughter of Lenny Kravitz, is the voice of Mary Jane in the Spider-Verse movie.
Yep.
The reason that's significant is she is also a character, one of the wives in Mad Max Fury Road, and she's really good in that. So I just want to put that out there, that she's great, and you all know it already.
We've already had our Mad Max Fury Road mention for this episode.
We kind of have. I've already gone over the limit.
Save it for Wednesday after you've seen Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun because Wednesday we can say whether or not I think it's the best thing ever, or if Mad Max holds the thing. All right,
covering my ears for potential spoilers on Wednesday.
No, Brian, No, you guys are not paying attention. You go see Spider-Man today.
No, I can't.
You don't wait. Don't wait till Friday. Don't wait till the weekend.
And
Go see it today.
I just do it, and I don't tell. I just tell Tina I'm gonna go out for lunch or something, and I just go see it.
Yeah.
Yes, because I guarantee you will want to see this again.
You're
Well,
tempting
here's the
me.
thing. I'm on AMC A list, and I get 3 free movies a week. Well, 3. Can't really call them free. It's like saying I pay for Netflix, and I get all the free movies to stream that I want.
Right. It's not quite the same.
I could, I'm not going to use all 3 of them this week. I think I could just sneak out for a couple hours.
I mean, look, you got to do what you got to
Now,
do.
listen, I don't want to get you guys in trouble because maybe your wives, or significant others, and family will want to go see this movie with you. But if they're kind of like, yeah, can we just wait till Friday? Just go without them and then go see it again.
Are you saying we should lie to our spouses? Is that what you're saying?
No, not at all.
Steven, you're such a bad influence. You're like a little red devil on my shoulder.
No.
So on the
breathing in my ear. Anyway,
in my Twitter feed, people were like, "Steven, you are playing this up so much." I'm like, "Yeah, it is that good."
Well, you're not the only one. Everybody loves it. So
someone replied to me saying, "I went in thinking the bar for this was way too high, and that I was going to be disappointed in the movie." And they're like, "I was wrong. This far exceeded that high bar that everyone has already placed on it."
Can I ask you a quick question? Why are there 2 people credited with Peter Parker's voice? Oh, Peter B. Parker versus Peter Parker. Okay, I don't want to.
Don't stop reading that.
Yeah, I got to quit reading the IMDb list here. This is bad.
Yeah, knock it off. Knock it off.
I know. I want to say, can I say who plays Aunt May? Because I think it's a really awesome, inspired pick. Can I at least say that?
Sure.
It's the Lily Tomlin as Aunt May. That's a
Oh,
great.
really?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
It's great.
If only she was in Mad Max Fury Road. Anyway, Steven.
Well, wait until you find out who does the voice of Wilson Fisk. So
yeah, I saw that too. That's pretty good. And I also really like who plays Spider-Ham, but I won't give any more away. I mean, they're just voice. This isn't spoilers, everybody. It's voice actors. Okay.
So, real quick, last thing about Spider-Man. Someone says, "Does the low frame rate I've seen in the trailers make it look hard to watch at all?" No, it doesn't, because here's what's happening. They're taking the animation on the twos, which is the traditional 2D animation stuff for the characters, for some of the characters, and they're putting it on top of the 24 frames 3D backgrounds, and it works. You don't even notice it.
Yeah, I hear does it not only work, it's an amazing combination. Like it really blows your mind when you're watching it.
Scott, you need to go to your daughter's school.
Yeah.
And you need to take all those kids that are in the animation program, and you need to take them to the movie and buy them tickets and make them sit down and say, this is a radical change for animation, and animation will not be the same after this movie.
And I'm broke now that I've taken you all to the movies.
This thing just gets more and more expensive the longer you talk about it, Steven.
I know. I was worried about 2 tickets earlier.
Buy them all the entire run of Ultimate Spider-Man so they can see the Miles Morales evolution of the character.
Yeah. Go buy the video game. Hey, can you tell me if there's any reference to the new video game, or do they leave that out, like the suit or anything?
There is, actually. But you'll have to wait, and you'll see when you see it. You'll see it because the suit from the Spider-Man video game is specifically for that video game.
Oh man! All right, I really want to see it. I'm very stoked. All right, sorry. Did you have one? You didn't have one more.
Oh, I have a whole bunch.
Oh, give me
if you're a Venom fan, Venom Volume 4. If you're a Spider-Man fan, Chip Zdarsky's run on Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, is really good. Let's see, Mr. Miracle was very controversial this year because it starts off with is he killing himself or is he not killing himself kind of thing, and it's a lot of trigger warnings on the Mr. Miracle series from DC Comics. It's very good. Unfortunately, the ending was changed because people were freaking out, and so DC said, well, we have to change the ending to this. So if you go in and read it, everyone talks about how good it is, how great it is. To me, it's very dark. It's very disturbing. The art, though, is incredible. But just realize that if you read it and you get to the end and you're like, oh, well, that makes me feel pretty good, realize it had a very different ending from the way the book was released.
Who's Mr. Miracle? I don't even know who that is.
Mr. Miracle, Scott Free, he is one of the new gods from Jack Kirby's run over at DC Comics. He is the adopted son, he is Darkseid's adopted son. Darkseid and Highfather decided that in order to make peace with their worlds, that they would exchange their sons with one another. And so Mr. Miracle went to Apocalypse, and now I'm forgetting the other guy's name, but he's the one with the fiery red hair and the guy, the bushy eyebrows, went to stay on New Genesis.
Oh.
And so there's that kind of story going on as well. But Mr. Miracle is an escape artist. He did end up marrying Big Barda, who was one of Granny Goodness's evil hench people. and they live happily ever after, or do they? And that's what this Mr. Miracle series examines. And it's a very good, again, the art is very good, but it kind of does rely a little bit on your knowledge of who these characters are and their history in the DC universe.
Okay. Well, I'm super curious. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'd never even heard of the dude.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Yeah. That whole run, the whole Kirby run of that stuff, I have zero connection with it. So maybe this is my time to jump in. We'll see what we can do. All right. This and many more recommendations can be found on the regular over at majorspoilers.com. Do you have any shows or stuff you want to pimp before the end of the year? Any kind of best subs you're running?
Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse is a movie everyone should. Scott, you should take everyone in the Tadpool to go see it.
Oh my gosh.
Because it is that good.
Okay.
They will thank you a millionfold.
Yeah? And what should I do?
I tell you what, Scott.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll do.
Okay.
Are you doing the trivia contest tomorrow?
No, it's Wednesday.
Okay, so on Wednesday, I will throw in the cost of 2 general admission tickets. So that's like $30 or something like that.
To whoever wins?
$30 to who if someone wins.
Wow.
If they don't, then I can't do it because after this next week, people are not going to want to go see the movie because they will have already seen it. But I will kick in $30.
All right, $30. You guys heard it here.
They have to prove though that they're seeing it.
Yeah.
Do you want them to prove they're seeing it that day?
Yeah, no, they don't have to see it that day.
Okay.
But I will kick in. I will kick in the money for a pair of tickets to go see Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse for someone who wins on Wednesday.
Okay.
That contest.
This is amazing. This is going to be the best giveaway ever.
Ineligible to win.
Yes, you cannot win. Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Well, I sent Brian a contest a while ago.
Oh,
I don't know if he got it to work or not.
I think we used. Oh, yeah. No, this was a difficult one. Yeah. Because it's I don't want to say, but it's the alphabetic thing.
Oh, it's still coming then?
Yes.
I can look forward to it.
Possibly. I got to figure out a way to make it because there's a big stumbling block fairly early on.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm in on whatever weird idea that is.
I have a way of making that one work.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
so no, Brian, you are not eligible.
Steven, is there anything I should?
You already got AMC rewards. You don't need.
I know exactly. And I'm not going to lie. Currently, another tab on my browser right now, besides the TMS show notes, is the movie times for seeing Spider-Verse today at 11:10 a.m.
Okay,
which I think is
one final thing. Just one final thing about Spider-Man.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay, this was at our AMC theater. I don't know if it was opening weekend only or not.
Those playing cards.
Yes, trading cards.
Trading cards.
What?
Yes.
You get a sealed pack of trading cards.
Get those. I think it was only opening weekend, but maybe they'll still have some left.
I've never seen Steven as excited as he is today. It's freaking me out a little bit. I've never seen him like this.
It was really crazy because we're leaving the theater. I'm very quiet, not saying anything.
Yeah.
Everyone's walking out. We're getting in the car. Everybody's really silent. And boom, as soon as the doors open, I'm like, oh my God, that movie was so good. Let's go see it again. And everyone's like, yeah, let's go see it again. But we're hungry. So
yeah, we got to eat.
Did you see it in 3D, by the way? Did you say?
No, I did not see it in 3D. One person has suggested that it might be an improvement to see it in 3D, but I haven't seen. A couple of people recommend me that there's really no benefit that they could see in seeing it in 3D.
See, here's the thing: is the Friday I'm seeing with somebody who can't do 3D. So maybe today, I'm really thinking about. I'm really considering this. Maybe I see it in 3D today because nobody that I'd see it with would want to see.
Well,
it
there's your excuse. You're like, well, no one else wants to see this in 3D, so I'm just going to go take a bullet here, and then later we'll all see it together in 2D. And I promise not to spoil it. Like you can do the whole. That's your whole spiel. You got it, man.
Yeah, there you go. Totally.
All right.
I've got an in.
Foul temptress Steven Schleicher over there. All right. Well, Steven, is there anything I should do that I should put in my body before then to make sure that I'm okay to handle it? Anything like that?
No, I can't. No, I can't think of anything. Just have a happy holiday.
Oh, geez, he didn't even do it. To stay hydrated. I thought he was going to do it. All right. Well, good stuff from Steven as always. I guess that'll be the last we hear of him.
Right, yeah, because we got Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve our next 2 Mondays.
Yeah. Those aren't show days. I should have said a more merry holiday thing to him, but
see, a lot of people are like 3D ruins movies. Normally, I'd agree. Like 3D for a live action movie, I won't do.
Yeah, I hate them.
But 3D for like a Pixar film, totally fine.
I might do it.
That's the only time. Yeah.
My eyes get a little weird, so it's just hard for me, no matter what kind it is. But I agree with you. I think if you've got computer done stuff, it's easy. You can create a true 3D experience, and that's what you want. But what was I gonna say about that? I forgot. I had a thing to say.
You take comfort in that.
I take comfort in that. All right.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
It doesn't have anything to do with anything. I don't think we heard from Daryl notes wise or anything, right?
We didn't. I put
Oh.
stuff in the notes.
Oh
for
well,
Daryl.
then shite. Let's make that. Let's make it real. Boy, he sends this stuff so last second. Like the show's already
He totally
going.
does. Exactly.
Jeez, Daryl.
Oh, there is stuff for Star Trek this week.
Oh, hey, fellas.
Oh, it's kind of fruity, isn't it?
All right, we're gonna call him. He picks it up later, so we gotta hear more music. Here we go. Oh, that's faster than I thought it'd be. All right, hold on, Daryl. I gotta play a thing for you. Here's your thing. Whoops, no, that's not it. Here. It's Daryl Skills, everybody, with his take on the world of Star Trek. Hey, that trailer came out.
Yeah, it did.
Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you did you like what you saw in the trailer?
Oh yes, I did.
Tell me more. What anything gleaned from that other than I am not sure I like this Spock look at all, by the way.
There's got to be more to that.
Kind of emo Scott or emo Spock.
Yeah, emo Spock is not. I don't know about it. I feel like he needs to give me a latte and a donut. I don't like it.
Yeah, and an avocado toast sandwich or whatever.
Yeah, that's bugging me a little bit. But maybe there's some, some actual story reasons why I need to care about hipster Spock. But just a little concerned, not too much. The rest of it looked exciting and it's cool. Like stuff's going on, Got a show coming, is what it looks like to me. So bring it on.
They say it's going to be more cinematic. I don't see how they can do that, but okay.
Yeah, it was already very cinematic, I thought.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. We don't really get any story hints, though, do we? Like, what's the main...
Not really. There's these red angels or whatever, and who knows what that is.
Right.
And the Enterprise. Just a lot of involvement with the Enterprise, it seems.
Yeah. Although it seems like Pike takes command of the Discovery at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Because he says welcome to Discovery, and he's in the captain's chair in the Discovery, so there's some kind of a captain exchange program going on.
When he comes on the ship, he says something like, this is kind of awkward, but under regulations I have to take over the Discovery.
Yeah, so then what, Spock's on the other ship flying that thing with his dumb beard? Probably. I don't know what's going on, but then
I don't know, because he's not the first officer there.
Oh.
It's number one, the lady that was played by Mayto Barrett.
Oh, I didn't realize
she should
that.
be in command.
Okay, so what was Spock's job over there in the Pike?
Science officer.
Oh, okay. Well, they maybe should just get some of those Starfleet regulations about facial hair kicking in there a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there's Riker.
There is. Oh yeah, Riker gets away with it.
Yeah.
Riker looks stupid without a beard, though. We all know that.
Yeah, he's just a baby.
Yeah. So, what else did I notice? A little Klingon fight. It was very short, though, but some kind of bat-leth business. And then, something else jumped out at me. Captain, or what's her name? I can't think of her name.
Giorgio.
Yeah. Or Giorgio, or whatever you say her name is.
DiGiorno.
The DiGiorno pizza captain. She's back, and she's. But this has to be her like doppelganger lady, right? That's what's going on there.
Yeah, it has to be the alternate one.
All right, so I don't know what that means or why they're keeping her around. This feels like a dangerous thing to do, like having a evil, malevolent, awful, evil villain from the other universe. It's just like, hey, come on in, we need you over here. Like, why? You don't need her.
Yeah.
I mean, I like her. I like Michelle Yeoh a lot, the actress, so I'm into that. But I have misgivings about giving her the keys to anything. It's a little bit weird.
I hope she gets sent back at some point.
Icor in the chat says Spock with beard equals evil mirror universe, so that means Discovery is in the alternate universe. I don't think so.
Know.
I think he's just sitting around going, so I got the new Post Malone, I'm still on the fence whether I like it or not. I don't know if I just don't know if I can deal with him, but I do like the line where he maybe cracks a smile and they make a joke about how his smile, he doesn't smile very often, but you look at him, he's barely smiling.
It's not a smile, yeah.
Right. And I think Pike looks like Pike, like straight up.
Oh yeah,
he looks like Pike. He looks like Bruce Greenwood even a little bit.
Yeah. The
Like
old
a young
Pike.
Bruce Greenwood.
Yeah. Gleekwood. Bruce Gleekwood. It's a great
Bruce
name.
Gleekwood.
Someone needs coffee. I heard that at the office there. Is that Bill going to he's going to the break room, getting some coffee? Yeah. Some good stuff going on there. I love it when people in your office talk. That's great. All right. Outside of that, what else is happening? Anything of note?
They have a new vice president of Star Trek brand development.
Whoa.
John Van Sitters. And I've been calling him John Van Critters this whole time.
Nice. That's what you should do. Well, so what's his deal? What's his job? How does that work?
He's in charge of new Trek stuff. So everything we see from now on comes from or goes through his brain first, and he says yes or no. And he's developing new shows and games and live events.
I found him on Twitter. It says, protecting the past, serving the future, creating better products for a better tomorrow. Step it up, humans. The Vulcans are here in 45 years, he says. Is that true?
He's a huge Trek fan, so I think that's great news.
Yeah, no, that seems like he is super into it. Everything in here is...
He said something about toasters, or he went shopping for a toaster, so I asked him for toaster buying advice, and he actually answered and gave me toaster buying advice.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So, all right, good guy with the baton there. Hopefully he knows what's up. And you say games, man. I'd love some good, not mobile games, but some good like straight up Star Trek games again, like PC based Star Trek games. And I know there's Star Trek Online and people like it.
Shooter on the board cube or something.
Yeah, they had a game when Quake 3 came out, and they used that engine to make a game, and it was set in the Voyager universe. And I can't remember what it was called, but it was a first-person shooter, and it was rad, and we played it all the time at my old office. We played like LAN games. Can't remember what that was called. It was so good, though. Yes, more of that. So, hey, John Van Critters, get your ass in gear there, buddy. Let's see. What else? That's it, really. Oh, and the Picard series. Tell me about the Picard series. What do we know about that?
They have written 8 total episodes so far, maybe even a little more by now.
Do you think that's a full season, or we're going to get more?
I think we'll get 13 or 14 episodes. Seems to be their thing. They're going to film that in California, not Toronto.
Well, yeah, it's closer to where Jean-Luc Picard lives now. He would like to not travel too far, I would think. It says this right here: the mysterious upcoming Star Trek series bringing fan favorite Jean-Luc Picard back is going to be very different in tone from previous shows in the franchise, says executive producer so-and-so, Alex Kurtzman. Let's see. The writer-producer has worked on all J.J. Abrams movies. It says extremely different in rhythm than Discovery. Discovery is a bullet. Picard is a very contemplative show. It will find a balance between the speed of Discovery and the nature of what Next Gen was, but I think it will have its own rhythm as well. So that's very mysterious. We don't know what any of that means.
I think that's a good thing.
I'm very excited.
And since they've written 8 episodes, they obviously know where they're going. So we don't know, but they seem to know, so that's good.
There's no announcement of when we're getting this or any of that, but
no.
I'm very excited.
I think they said late 2019, I think is what they said.
Oh, okay, so they gave us a window, I guess.
Yeah.
And also, this has to be after TNG, because this is Patrick Stewart.
Supposed to be 20 years after TNG.
Okay, so he's chilling like a villain. Gets roped back in somehow. I wonder if John Delancey shows up.
I think I'm out. They pull me back in.
That's right, Commander Riker. So do you think Q comes back? Got to have some Q in there.
I hear lots of people saying that, and I'd be okay if he shows up.
Yeah, John Delancey.
I was picturing a great odd couple.
The Q Continuum has forced Q to live with me in an apartment building in Baltimore.
Shut up, Wesley.
What's our hijinks?
Wesley, get off the bridge, you little piece of shit.
Yeah. He, getting John Delancey back would be fun. And
totally.
He could say, you could have a little, because cues don't age, right? So what you could do is he could come in a little CGI'd up looking young and then go, let me get down to your level, Jean-Luc, and he makes himself just look like normal John Delancey now, so he feels like it. And then you do like the chat room suggests, Icor says, you do like an odd couple, but you spell, the whole series is just them being odd couple-y, but just spell it QDD couple. So instead of an O for odd, you do QDD couple. Get it? The QDD
what a great
couple.
idea. I wish I would have come up with that idea.
Yeah, you should have, Brian. It should have been your idea from the beginning.
Wish
you would have thought of it and said it before Icor did.
Wish I would have thought of it and described it in
full detail. Yeah, I wish you really had. So there you go. All the Star Trek updates you can stand today with Daryl. I was really wait. What'd they say back there? What'd they say behind you?
I need more coffee.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah,
I can't even tell.
Now somebody's going, hey, that Skills fella's got all kinds of shit going on. All right, well, we're not going to get any controversy today. Daryl, we're not going to see you for a couple of weeks because of these Mondays land on holidays, but we wish you a Merry Christmas.
And you too. And a Happy New Year.
And the happiest of New Years. Bye. Hey, you know what I was going to say about the Merry Christmas thing? The whole Merry Christmas versus Happy Holidays crap.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's part of the war on Christmas.
Yeah, it's a made-up problem. This is why I have such a problem with it, because I've never, ever said Merry Christmas to anyone and had them be offended. Ever. It's not a problem. Nobody anywhere gets offended by it. It's a nice gesture no matter who you are or what you think. You be at the store and go, Merry Christmas, and they're not going to go, I can't believe you. It's a made-up problem.
And by the same token, though, I don't care if somebody says Happy Holidays to me. It's say what you want to say to wish somebody the season you want to wish them.
Yeah, even it doesn't even matter.
Have a crappy holiday season.
Yeah, but nobody.
Whatever, that's fine as long as it's you.
Nobody anywhere is upset. It's all made up.
No, exactly.
It's made up to stoke the fears of idiots. I freaking hate it. All right.
This week in outrage.
Yep, there's my outrage moment. That's it. Let's do this. What are we doing now? That's it. We're done. Let's get out of here. We'll be done with the show here that we've done.
We're done.
A reminder to our fine folks at home, this show is primarily funded by you, our dear listeners. And if you haven't yet contributed to our bottom line, patreon.com/TMS is just waiting for you. It's just right there. It's a link. You click it. You go. Patreon.com/TMS, and you get there and you'll be like, oh man, yeah, I totally want to do this, and it's a good thing and it's great, so go check it out. That's over there. You can also find that link and more at frogpants.com/TMS, where you'll find all of our important details, emails, Twitter accounts, and more. That'll do it for today's show. Brian Ibbett will now play a song to delight our minds and hearts. What do you got there?
And ears, hopefully. This one goes out to the aforementioned TMS mashups. My goodness, it's almost like the third leg of the show right here. Hey Skojo and Bri Ib, on December 16th. My little angel Ember turned 3. It seems like just yesterday I was requesting a song for welcoming her into this world. And here we are 3 years later. Time is basically just laughing at me now. My son is already 5. I leave it with a cover master to find a good song to ring in her birthday. Maybe some random Daryl clip, Scott, says Jamie.
Oh, he wants a Daryl clip?
A random Daryl clip.
Let's see. How about...
What?
Here, I'll give you a longer one.
Perfect.
Here he is when he's 17.
Choke-o-matic, choker.
A choke-o-matic choker. That's him gagging. And then,
Jeannie's favorite audio clip ever is that one right there.
Oh, the chat wants Zert. You know what? I'm giving you Zert.
All right.
Here.
No Zert before dinner.
Yep, no Zert.
Zert.
There you go. All right, go ahead.
All right, good enough. So we wanted something acoustic, suggested Boyce Avenue or something in a similar style. I've got something in a similar style. This is beautiful. And I think you and Ember will love this. This is a singer by the name of Alice Lamb, Lamb, and it comes from a collection on Amazon called Acoustic Pop Songs 2017. I like this thing so much, I just went and bought the whole album. Really, really good stuff, and it's all different artists. This one happens to be a cover of the song Clocks by Coldplay. It's beautiful. Enjoy it right now. Here's Alice Lamb.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
Thanks, Worf.
You're welcome, Wesley.